Fly, Duncan, fly. That's what the song's called. I don't know why she says that. Anyway, Fly, Duncan, fly. Welcome to another episode of AMA from East to West, Amazon. I said that backwards, but you know what I meant. Where you ask Brett Bohannon, the owner of Vortex, the AI genius himself, about Amazon, and I'm along for the ride. The pseudo genius who runs Cartology. Welcome, Brett, my co-host and co-manager. How are you today?
Oh, I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. We had a couple technical difficulties, which is why we were late. I know people were clamoring at the door, but we're here now. Brett, what are we here to talk
I
about
think it was
today?
about a thousand people that were waiting, right?
1,000 people were waiting,
Yours?
and they were pissed. They were
Oh
pissed.
man.
What?
Well, I think you should give each one of those 1,000 people free month of Amazon support.
Oh my gosh, we are free month of Amazon support to all 1,000 people. Are you ready? Press play.
Are
Here
you
we go.
ready?
Boop. I just did it.
There you go.
What's new in the Amazon world, Brett? What are people excited about right now? Could you hear that?
I don't know. I heard that. I heard
Uh,
that. I think I don't know what people are excited about. I'm out here in Idaho, vagabonding, so I'm at a
Woo!
coffee shop.
You can't say that word on air.
Vagabonding?
I said you can't say that word. Why would you say it again?
Doesn't that just mean like traveling around?
It does.
Oh, okay.
I have a band called the Vagabonds.
So there might be people in the background. I'm just outside at a coffee shop, doing my thing,
Yeah.
talking to myself.
What are you drinking right now? Some iced
A
coffee?
nice iced tea. Had
Oh, iced tea.
a big workout this morning, a high rocks workout that I
Oh, really?
have done, and it was gnarly.
Are you gonna go and do one of those championships? Or competitions? Because I've looked at doing them before.
I've thought about it. It'd be hard for me
Dude, if
right
you
now to
signed up
do.
for one, I would do it in a heartbeat.
It'd be kind of fun to do it with you.
There are partners ones.
I know.
That seems it's very CrossFit-esque. But I would go do that right now. I know
Yeah,
it would
just to
suck,
do
but
it.
I would go do it right now. So you sign up,
Yeah.
keep people accountable, keep Brett accountable, people. If he said he's going to sign up for a High Rocks event here, and I'm going to join him. I'm going to join him on this adventure. It would be fun. It's like run 1,000 meters. Okay. It's like run 1,000 meters, then do a station, like 150 wall balls. Run 1,000 meters, do all this other stuff.
Yeah. What it meant was maybe in like 6 months I'll sign up for one.
Okay.
I don't
It
know.
can be a party because we go to wherever the city is. Maybe you sign up for like the Ecuador one. I'm not really going to travel to Ecuador, but
Ecuador.
you get my point.
I get your point. I think title changes is a big topic
Okay.
with the deadline looming July 27th.
For people that don't know, titles are changed to 75 characters as a limit, correct? Instead of
the highlight underneath.
With a highlight underneath. So basically moving to titles and subtitles, which is kind of how eBay was. I don't know that people use subtitles on eBay. When eBay, at least when I was starting, subtitles were like an extra thing that you could pay for. So I was like, why am I going to pay extra money for this? But again, don't know how much people are using that. We'll have to see how it impacts search. But some listings that are even now, I think, being suppressed as they get back up and running, they're automatically being curtailed to 75.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. I have not. Like new listings, you mean?
Like, I'm trying to remember where it happened, but I think it was Ecuador, where the listings were taken down, and then as they were being put back up, we were told that they were going to be 75. They were going to be reduced to 75 characters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think if people did their titles right, it'd be pretty easy to do. I think people are up in arms about Amazon changing it. So if you do it before the deadline, Amazon won't change it if you do it correctly. The intention around it, I don't know. I guess it's mobile. Um, could be more like agentic stuff too.
Okay.
I don't know. My guess, my everything that they change nowadays is I always assume that's going to something towards agentic. But yeah, I threw together a quick GitHub resource for free to like work through it when it was announced. I can put that link in if anyone wants to play around with that.
Yeah, let's put that link in and let's play around with it.
There you go.
All right, everybody. I'm going to go to LinkedIn and I'm going to put it in the link. Let's see if it's showing up in the LinkedIn chat. So, what is the biggest impact going to be when it comes to these titles? Like, what is this actually going to change for anyone?
I don't think anything really.
Okay. So don't panic, number one, right?
Yeah.
Don't panic. And just work on reducing your titles on your own before you have Amazon change anything, and you really should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, titles were a big weight in terms of like SEO. They were a big weight factor, so they packed the biggest punch in regards to like the main keyword you're going after and all that. And it could also be just to transition into more intent-based shopping with all this as well. So those are all kind of things you got to kind of have to look at, like agentic, mobile, intent-based shopping with all these changes is like
well, all the stuff gets curtailed in mobile anyway, so people aren't really seeing it.
Yeah,
the titles have a tendency to get stuffed by people, so there's just a bunch of weird words that don't make any sense, and then we want to. The titles don't make sense. It's getting curtailed, and I think it'll still have the biggest impact, but people are just going to have to be more intentional about the words that they use. But now they have that subtitle field. Has Amazon said anything about the impact that has?
I don't think so. I think
on SEO. Like, so, I think you knew what I meant.
Back in like when mobile was starting to like really get going, I don't even remember how many years ago this was, but you would always optimize your titles for mobile first. So what that means is you have the main things, the main keyword and the main selling point within the first, I think 75 characters. I think before it was like 68 or something like that. I don't know. But I just remember every time I'd do titles, I'd always put the main, selling point in the first 70 characters.
That feels like a given, but a lot of people are not. Some people are maybe focusing on, is my brand being properly represented from the get-go? But that may not be what people are searching or care for most, because in some cases Amazon's even cutting off the brand name.
They're moving it.
They're moving it if they don't see it as relevant to the shopping experience, which basically means if you have a new product or new brand, people may not be looking at, or Amazon thinks that your product is not as important. Your brand name is not as important, so they will remove it because they don't think it improves the shopping experience.
Yeah, I think that also brings up like a huge. I mean, shoot, ever since I've been in this space for 10 years, it's like, do you put the brand name before? And throughout the years, there's always been a yes, and then maybe no, and then yes. And I think it's just kind of a given. I think Amazon, like terms of services for titles, is put your brand name in the very beginning. That'd be interesting to see if that is true.
I think you lead with it. If Amazon wants to remove it, then Amazon wants to remove it. But then, what is the most? I hear people talk about let's go after long tail keywords. That's really where the win is going to be, is these long tail keywords, and we're going to find greater efficiencies. Here's what I have to say about long tail keywords. long tail keywords have limited search volume and therefore limited demand around them. So if you want to win on a long tail keyword, yes, it might have more relevancy, but less people are searching it. And ultimately, where you need to be is the higher volume keywords. Now, you aren't going to go after, if you have, let's say, an organic baby formula, you aren't going to go after the term baby formula for a couple of reasons. One, the search volume is much higher. You have to consider the category. You got a lot of people that have been in there for, I don't know, maybe 50, 100 years. Yeah. They're big brands. They've got big money. They're owned by publicly owned companies. So going in, trying to spend a bunch of money on the term baby formula is a great way for you to lose money fast. Doesn't mean you can't make headway, but it's a great way for you to lose money fast. And then if you think about relevancy and intent, yes, your product is a baby formula, but the people that are looking at organic baby formula, are they just looking at regular baby formula normally? Probably not, until the customer sentiment long-term changes to, well, now the standard is like baby formula is organic. And if that's the way that the category goes, then you could start to really want to rank on that term baby formula. But if you're looking at like organic baby formula for kids in Idaho, that's not a state. Organic baby formula for kids in Idaho, only 50 people might search that. So that sounds great. Well, we're going to win on that term. How many, like, what are the number of sales that are coming out of that term? Is Amazon even tracking that and giving you that information? So long tail keywords can only get you so far. You just have to be intentional, and you can't spread your budget too thinly. You can't go after 20 terms to rank if you don't have $6 million to spend a month in that category. You have to think about what you want to win on, and you have to think about consistently spending against it long term.
I call that the risk strategy, like the game risk. And essentially you're like taking over castles that you can take over quicker, and then you go after the big mama jamba castle.
What is exactly the risk strategy?
What I just said.
Well, I mean, I know what the strategy is. What are you referring to of what I said? Smart ass.
Oh, just that whole thing. So like the long tail keywords are the smaller castles.
I got you.
And so you have a smaller army in the beginning. So you kind of go and you're like, well, I'm gonna take over that castle, and then you kind of build yourself as you travel through the lands.
I think that makes sense,
and I think over the castle. I just like to gamify it.
But I think part of that can work. But part of the way people look at it is, oh, our return on ad spend is going to be better. Like, they're still framing it incorrectly. Like, don't worry about return on ad spend. Can you rank higher on that term? Is it relevant to your product? And does it correlate to the main term you want? You rank higher on organic baby formula. There is correlation with baby formula, so that can help. And you've already built relevancy against that term that has baby formula in it. Think about like phrase. Your product is now running on a term that, if you phrase matched it to baby formula, would be a phrase match. So there's relevancy there. But you can't look at it as like, we're going to increase sales dramatically because we're winning on these long tail keywords. Like, there's a limit there to what you can do.
Well, then also your long tail keywords are usually cheaper than main keywords. But if you're putting in organic baby formula, and you want to, let's just say organic baby formula for 6-month-olds, that's going to be cheaper than organic baby formula. And then that's going to be, organic baby formula is going to be cheaper than baby formula. But since you have all that in there already, you don't have to necessarily advertise for baby formula, but you're going to start indexing for baby formula because of those long tail keywords. So it's like it's just a ladder game, and then you have to set those, okay, well, when do we start putting money into those larger volume keywords? And that's just all, budget and strategy dependent. What are you converting on the longer tail? How many reviews you have, your longevity of your listings, and all that kind of good stuff. That all plays into it. So, yeah.
So it can be something that works for you. However, you have to be resetting your expectations on what you're actually going to get from it. And you still, the whole reason I said this is you still want to lead with the most important term. You don't, in organic baby formula for, kids in Idaho, that's something that needs to be vital. Organic baby formula is crucial for you. You want that to be the very beginning. That's what people are looking for, and that's what has the most search, likely, versus the Idaho comment. And then you want to eventually rank higher for that term. You could go after long tail keywords, but it's not, I don't think people are even reading the entire title. They're looking at the image. They're saying, do I see some of the words I'm searching in here? Clicking on the image, then exploring the images to determine, is this product the right fit for me or not?
Well, and then this also brings up, the full intent-based shopping. So I think we got on this because of titles. So I think bullet points will continue to hold a really large amount of value, because those are going to be the ones. Bullet points in content are going to be the things that you can control that will help the intent-based shopping. Outside of that, it's reviews and Q&As, if those are still a thing, and other sources.
They are on
outside of
Premium A
Amazon.
Plus. You can do Q&As on Premium A Plus content.
Oh, but I know, but sometimes the Q&As come up for customers on the product detail page, like they can ask a question about it. But what I'm talking about is more like Cosmos Space or Rufus or Alexa, whatever.
Rufus is dead. Rufus is dead.
Rufus has
Move
transformed
on.
into Alexa. But what that does is that.
Thank you. I will play that now, Brett. Have a good day. Did I say like Alexa?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
It like more just like FAQ style bullet points where it's like, what is this good for? Baby formula, organic baby formula. Why is organic baby formula good? What ages is it good for? What's the benefits of it?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
So that's the next step.
Yeah, I think bullet points are important for Cosmo. I don't think people are reading bullet points.
Agreed. They're more important for agents.
For agents, for people that are scanning or looking for.
But I still hold true to this theory. It depends on what category. So, like hardware, maybe. But baby products, yes, because the shopper is most likely going to be female, and they're making sure that what they're buying is going to be the best for their baby.
And if you put it inside the images, you reduce the amount of time that they need to spend on your listing to find that. So I don't think it's an either or. Do both, and let Cosmo, and it will let Amazon search algorithm use Cosmo to map intent based on the content that you put in there, and then put it in your images so the consumer can shop quickly.
Well, here's another thing based on my theory is that this just came out. I'll put it in the chat right here. Some guy AI a Chrome extension to filter out sellers with odd names on Amazon. So you and I both know, and we've been in the space long enough, that if you're buying on Amazon, you don't really. Some people don't look at the sellers and they get really crazy product, and the seller might be
sure.
Yeah,
but why is One Pet Home on here? Because I know that that's a well-known brand. One Pet Home.
Why is what?
One Pet Home. That's one of the sellers that he's crossed off.
Oh,
I think that's a reputable name. Also, Hexiga, that's one of my favorite brands. Hexiga. I buy their stuff every day.
Well, what it is that us in the industry kind of know to stay away from those types of sellers. They're and I haven't looked into this thing, but I guess he's getting a lot of publications on it. He's talked to a couple media outlets this morning. It's called Knockoff Shopping.
I just put it in LinkedIn.
Yeah, so you'll start to see it more on LinkedIn through people. I think Abe posted it last night, but it's big on X. It went viral. So what that does is it just brings more insight into who's selling on Amazon and all that. Kind of a tangent of what we're talking about, but goes on my theory is that I've had my wife go, okay, I'm gonna buy this, and I look at the seller. I'm like, don't buy this one. Like, and I'm like, go to another one, and then she'll show it to me, and I'm like, okay, cool. That seller is probably a little bit more legit than XXYYYYZZPBBB. You know?
But Zig Zibba's could be a good brand. You just don't have a guarantee.
Correct.
Do you like Zig Zibba's stuff?
No. I've bought a couple of their things. I don't really like it.
Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I screenshot things on my phone, and actually I'll look at brands and I'll just say, hey, Kristen, my wife's name, you know the brand Zikperger? And she's like, oh yeah, great stuff. Like, she already knows what I'm doing, but I'm just like, you've heard of that brand, right? The famous sheets brand. But I'll take pictures of stuff, and I'm trying to see if I have something on my phone. But when I search for stuff, I'll take pictures of all the funny things that show up on Amazon. Oh, like here is one of them. I like the brand. I sent this to my wife, and the brand was called IB Fun, and it was a bunch of bags for women. I was like, you know the famous bag brand IB Fun? She's like, yeah, I love their stuff. I was looking for a carrying case for a canopy tent tarp, and one of the images that showed up for this carrier was a woman at a train station that was like carrying this huge 10 by 10 canopy thing with her bag and coffee in hand. I was like, you know how sometimes you're just walking around the train station and you're just carrying your tent bag with you? Like, most ridiculous stuff ever.
I love it.
Anyway, there's a lot of crazy brands out there. Those brand names don't matter. But it does show you that these brands are getting more sophisticated because they're registering for trademarks. They're using A+ content. They're leveraging advertising. Like, they've gotten smart. And the differentiator is not just your brand name, but it's product quality. Biggest differentiator, I think, is product quality. Do you have a great product? Not a good product, because good is the enemy of great, which is why we have so few great things in the world. Something is good, you will settle for good. That's Jim Collins from Good to Great. Famous business book. You don't want something that's just good. Good will do, but great is what keeps people coming back.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've said everything we need to say about Amazon.
That was jam-packed.
Dude, we did it. We talked about title changes. We talked about Cosmo. We talked about how Rufus is dead. We talked about IB Fun. We talked about Jik Sugar. We talked about product quality being the real differentiator, and that you audit your wife's shopping. Anything else that you want to share with people?
No, I think we did it all.
Guys, we did it, and girls,
Talk about
whatever.
working out.
Yeah, after doing a big High Rocks workout, what was the workout you want to share with people? I would love to hear.
10-minute, 3 different stations, 10 minutes each station. One station was ski erg, one was row, one was bike, and then you do that to hit a certain target of meters. So like ski erg was 200, the other one, I think row was 200, and then bike was 400. And then while your partner is doing those, you do other ones, other just like rest ones. But
yeah, I like brutal. That, dude.
It was
it's
good.
Intense. Well, you look fitter, more fitter.
Thanks. I'm tired
and more
now.
Gooder.
Need more caffeine.
All right. Well, Brett's gonna get more caffeine. I'm gonna go to my next meeting because I just apparently love meetings today. Mm-hmm. It's a Wednesday, so you know what that means. We did it, people. Amazon Marketing Association out.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to use it. Trademark. TM.